Well, I haven't posted anything for a while, partly because of the work thingy, and partly because I wasn't doing anything else. I went motor shopping for the new boat, and of course they turned out to be about much more than I expected. That's normal. And I got the lumber for the trailer, so I'm going to cut that and do that today. One of the things, let me back this up a little bit, get it posted here. The ribs on the boat are only 3 inches wide on the bottom of the boat, so you can't put a 2x6 under there, which is what the trailer has on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these at an angle, measure to the center here, then measure back 1.5 inches. I'm going to cut an angle like that away from, and then I also have these, which were given to me. These are polymer strips, and what they'll do is they'll set on top in between this and the cutaway, because the ribs, you know, are at an angle, you know, like this from the, or excuse me, like that from the boat. So anyway, by the time I get these on, and this will make the boat slide on and off real easy. So I've marked both ends. I'm going to chalk line down through here, and then I'm just going to take a skill saw. It doesn't have to be super accurate. Just has to, like I say, get this where, you know, where it'll sit between the ribs and won't try and teeter-totter or, you know, go to one side or the other. Once you drive up on there, it'll guide the boat and keep it. So that's where we're at. I'm holding off on a motor because I only have so much money, and I've got a roof leak on the back of my house. I'll show you what's going on with that here. Okay, there's one side cut on one board. I got 3 more cuts, and then I got to go figure out the length I need. I'm going to have to cut some of this off. I think these are 12-foot boards. I think they're actually 11, but they got like 6 inches sticking out on each side of the bracket. So I think I can actually cut this down 2 foot, but I just figured it'd be better to have a little more than not enough. Anyway, let me get these other 3 cuts done. Say good morning, Jezebel. Hey, YouTube. That's Jezebel. She is the pup from purgatory. We just had a big raccoon battle royale. Both dogs had to go to the vet, get checked out. Jenny had to get stitches, or a couple. And then he ran off and went way up in that tree. And we finally got the dogs away. And we got animal control, put a live trap out down there by the bottom of the tree and some cat food in it, and he was sitting in it. They took him off. He did not have rabies, so they're all current on their vaccinations, so that, you know, not an issue. But he did have distemper, which, you know, I didn't know, but I'm not a raccoon expert. But I did stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night. Anyway, that's the update. What else? The golf cart, spent $500, and they did everything to it but fix it. I could have bought one for $1,000 in better shape and running. Now I've got probably close to $800 in that one. I've got new seat covers and all for it, and it still doesn't run. I've got another $450 controller to put on it, so should have done it myself. I just didn't have the time. Figure I could trust somebody. It's hard to get even bad help anymore. Okay, I'll quit blathering. I'll be back in a minute. Although it's an absolutely gorgeous day out here on the lake. The problem with my roof is I've got a transition point there where it comes off the main house and then it goes over the back. Well, there's I don't know the correct terminology for it, but there's either a flange. Anyway, it wasn't put on there. This roof was put on many years ago, but they didn't put the transition flange, or whatever the roofers call that, across there where that seam is between the top of the roof where it comes down, and then this part of the roof doesn't have as much pitch to it. So I don't know which part they're going to have to take off, probably the upper part since it overlaps, but I don't know if they're going to have to just take it loose and slide something in there, or I'm really not sure. And it's only a drip when it really rains torrentially, which has been almost every day. And it's down here in the, about 6 feet from the right hand side, as I'm my right, not yours. And maybe 6 feet up in the middle of the, right behind these three windows right here. Anyway, I don't know what that's going to cost. So I can't really go out there and drop $7,000 on a motor when I need to do something with this roof. So I've got to wait to see what that costs. Go ahead and pay for that, and then see what I'm going to do after that. Anyway, that's the story up to date. I'm just holding off. I got a guy come out and look at it, and they haven't sent me the estimate yet. So as soon as they do, I will. And some other news. I don't know if any of y'all remember this, but some time ago, back during the Hurricane Irma, the Ospreys were, their nest was destroyed, and they came back. Sorry about that, my battery died. See if I can get y'all in on that. Anyway, they've come back, and there's one up to the right. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's got his head, he's kind of behind the branch. Anyway, they rebuilt their nest, so which is cool. Okay, the other cut's done, and the polymer strips are in place. So this is about what it'll look like. I'm not sure on the spacing on these strips. And you probably wonder why I just didn't put a 2x4. Well, a 2x4 laid flat isn't as strong, it's just not as wide and as strong as a 2x6 laid flat. And also, there's not, I think 2x4 is 3 5/8 wide, so I'd still have to cut some off the 2x4 to get it to set in past the ribs. So anyway, instead of doing that, I figure I'd do it this way, since it already had 2x6s on the existing trailer I'm using. And this would be the back end of the trailer, and after a while the boat starts turning up, so you would need your polymer pretty much towards the back, starting at the back, and then I don't know if I'm going to run them closer than that together or farther apart. I'm just going to have to put it on there and see how it looks. I got one more board to cut, and then I can go pull the old boards off the trailer, and I still have to cut the sideboard, which is laying on the ground past the derriere of the Mighty Russell. Alright, that's it for now. Well, I got all the boards cut, got the old bunks off the trailer. Of course, had to take the other one, came off and left the brackets, but this one, for some reason or other, they were rusted up more than others. I got 2 of the 3 brackets off, but as you can see right here, there's nothing left right here. So I'm going to try and take a oscillating saw and cut that loose. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't even know how good I probably ought to put that up there a little more. How good the blade is. I think we're fixing to find out. The blade looks like it might have a few teeth left on it. And this is an oscillating saw here, in case y'all don't know what an oscillating saw. I've used this blade forever. I won't make you sit here and watch this. I'll go ahead and figure out what I need to do and get it off of there somehow. Well, I gave up on the oscillating saw, but I was able just to get 2 flat screwdrivers, big ones under there, and rock it out, because these are I won't put regular steel, but I was almost through on that one, even with a wore out blade. So as long as I center this, these brackets, of course they'll be on the bottom side. I just want to make sure that these brackets, you know, just measure this, center it, and then center it from here to here in the center. And they're going to come up into this part of the wood. I was afraid that if the holes were too wide, they'd come up out here somewhere, but it's not going to be the case. So that part is going to work out. What I need to do is get some, I'm going to get stainless lags, but if you can see, these just barely, I'm going to get these like a 1/4 inch shorter than this, get them back down here, because these just barely set in. Of course, I'll have the other on there, but you don't need that much lag. 1/4 inch isn't going to make the difference on whether it's strength or not. So anyway, coming right along, I got to make up a hardware list and then go get some hardware. Whoa, let me tell you what it is time for. Time for multiple glasses of water, ice water, and a new shirt, and a new bandana, and a new hat. Or dry ones, anyway. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Well, I just left the hardware store in the beautiful town of Bushnell, Florida. If you ask someone from up north about Bushnell, they call it Bushnell, which it is not Bushnell, it is Bushnell. Anyway, got the panhead stainless to put the strips on, got the stainless lags to put the boards on, so I'm pretty much set on that end. So I'm on the way home now to do just that. I'll talk to you in just a minute. Okay, I'm back from the hardware store. Everything's cut. Everything's ready to put back together. I'm putting a couple coats of Thompson's water seal. It's waterproof. It's clear. These are already pressure treated, but it's not going to hurt them to have some water. Thompson's water seal on them. I'm going to put a couple coats on each side. That way I can make sure that they don't get too weathered. They shouldn't be bad because they're going to be under the boat most of the time. Except, you know, when you're out, and then, you know, when it's sitting on the trailer, which is going to be probably 99%. But anyway, it won't hurt to do this. Okay, that's progress so far. All right, got a package here from D'Arbanville, Alabama. Exploring, Alabama. Let's see what we got. He said he was going to send me something, but he didn't tell me what it was. What else? Oh, I know something else. Supposedly, I'm supposed to, well, that's a sharp knife, get the rarest wheat penny ever. The most rarest one in the world, I guess. It's coming from Rob at FL Thunder via Amy at Part-Time Detector. And it is a Pringle Wheatie. It's the only one known in existence. And supposedly I'm going to get that. Oh, look at here. Boy, that's a chunk right there. This is, ooh, heavy. This is blue slag. It's like, it's a byproduct, I guess, when they make iron, but it's, I mean, it's like glass. I'm sure it will cut you if you break it just right. But that's pretty slick. I like that. He sent me a black one with some kind of stripes in it about that color. But this is definitely a dark blue. Cool. I'll put that in my office. Alrighty then. Thanks, EA. I appreciate that. Cool. I like it. Alright. That's it. Bye.